Welcome to Who's Watching.
Yes, we're filming this on the same day as we filmed the Christmas one, so we're not smelly and don't change our clothes.
I mean, I took the scarf off.
Oh yeah, I took my scarf off. Sylv is lying there quite happily. I'll tuck him up.
Yeah.
Ooh, no, I won't, because that's
Welcome Back.
Yes.
We're going to talk about the Master. We're going to rank the Masters.
Yes.
We're not counting the Big Finish Master for this list, only because I've not listened to any of the stories.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'll have a point about that in a minute.
Yeah, but shall I start?
Yep, you can do.
So
I started
how many Masters have there been?
I think we're doing 7.
Yeah,
I think.
7 of them.
Because I don't know who it is that plays him at the beginning of the movie. So we'll just do...
Yeah, it doesn't really count.
Just
really,
do the main big ones.
Yes,
I think that's what we'll do.
The number 7 pick, appropriately, is the Master in the movie, the TV movie.
Yeah, see, that's my one. I've just written it down here.
There we are. As we did mention in the last one, if we agree on something, it's fact. They are the worst Master.
I think a lot of people actually will probably agree with that anyway.
I don't think anyone's going to come at us for that. It's just not the Master. I mean, it's bad.
I think it's painfully obvious that Eric Roberts has never seen Doctor Who, or if he has, he doesn't know who the Master is.
No, it's...
I think a lot of the problem with that one, for me, it is his performance, but it also stems from the script.
Yes.
In that I don't like the whole Snake Eyes bit that he's got. The fact that he spits venom.
That's terrible.
That's atrocious. I quite like the fact that he uses that Chang Li.
Yes,
because that's a very mastery thing. Is that when he manipulates that poor old Chang Li.
But he doesn't. Yeah, it just doesn't feel like the Master to me.
No, and I think that's the problem for me with him. Is that it's not. It's when he comes down and... I mean, it is a mastery thing to say.
For the occasion.
Because you can imagine, like, Anthony Ainley or even Michelle Gomez, probably. They do it differently, but I can picture them saying something stupid like that when he comes in and he goes, "Yes, I always dress for the occasion." And he sounds like Dracula when
it's the bit where he's in the police station, and it's a hospital even, and he just... It's like he's doing a bad Terminator impression.
Oh, is that when he's in the leather jacket and the sunglasses? Yeah. He's like, "Oh yeah, you had a heavy night last night," and he's like... I can't remember what he says then, but no, I get what you mean, yeah.
The only thing I quite liked, and then they didn't even go very far with it, is the idea of him falling apart. You know when he pulls his fingernail out? I thought, that's a really good thing to build up. You know,
because it's his sort of living embodiment, isn't it? That the Doctor's got a thingy that's, for some reason, taken on the form of a snake.
But
but it does make sense that he would be falling apart.
Yeah, I like that. And then they don't take it anywhere.
No.
So, you know...
And then he gets sucked into the Eye of Harmony.
Yes.
Which...
is a black hole.
I don't know. I like the fact that he kills the Doctor's companions.
Yes.
That's... Compared to his "I always dress for the occasion," and then he snaps their necks.
Yeah,
that's quite a good dark moment. But it's too little too late by that point, I think.
Yes, most people, even a lot of fans, would have checked out of the movie by then. Which is a shame.
Yeah,
I mean,
because I like it up until that bit where he comes down the stairs.
I don't like
There's bits I don't like about it.
I make it through because Paul McGann's in it, and he's quite good.
Yes, I love Paul McGann, and I love the woman who plays his companion.
Yeah, she's
Daphne
right,
Ashbrook, I think. I think she's quite a good companion. But him as the Master is just a no. I think it's a universal fact.
So
I think he's coming back for Big Finish, though.
Yeah, we'll see.
He's in a River Song, the Diary of River Song box set, which I've got one of them, and I've never listened to it. But that might convince me to listen to that one, because I'd be interested to see if he's as terrible as he was on screen, or Big Finish have this fantastic ability to take the worst character possible and make him enjoyable. You look at like Bonnie Langford.
They made an enjoyable story then, have they?
Actually, the box set where he comes back, they did a box set for it. It's got stories called Psychodrome and Iterations of I. He's not very good at making his voice sound how it did when he was originally, which everybody else can. But he's actually not that bad. Yeah, he's not that bad. He's still not great.
That was the challenge.
But so if they can thingy Matthew Waterhouse into being quite good as Adric, Matthew, if you're watching this, you know, if they can do that with his character, You never know, they might work miracles with Eric Roberts as Master. I doubt it.
Time will tell.
But they might do, yeah.
For now,
we'll find out next year.
For now, he's the worst.
But yes, so for now he's at number bottom.
Number bottom.
Number bottom.
Okay, so my...
This will be interesting, because this is where it changes, I think.
A lot. My number 6 then, is Anthony Ainley.
Ooh, see, he's much higher up on my list, Anthony Ainley.
He just feels like a panto villain.
I think, I'll agree with that. For me, that's part of the charm.
See, for me, that's exactly what I don't like.
But,
just,
he's sort of, for me, he's a good version of Eric Roberts.
There is only one story that I really like him in, and I do really like him in that, and he's not even the villain.
Oh,
and that is...
The Trial of Time Lord.
Trial of the Time Lord. I love the...
Because he turns up and he's like, I've just been watching it, having a lol.
the timing, it's weird, because it's one of those things where... He's kind of on the Doctor's side, but also kind of very, very, very not. He's just
he's on
not
his
with
own.
He's not with the Doctor. He's just against the rest of the Time Lords, which is quite a good place to put the Master.
Yeah,
I love that he's just sat. They're like, no one can alter the Matrix, and he's like, actually,
I can. I've done it before.
I'm right here, right now. Look at me doing this. And he's just sat there like, I'm loving this. I'm just going to watch.
Yeah.
What are you doing? It's the best seat in the house. I want to see the Doctor get killed.
All he needed was his popcorn and it would have been alright. Yeah.
That, do you know what, for me, that would have made it even better. If he just there's a shot where, you see the whole courtroom and just in the background him going...
Yeah.
But no, he's too panto for me.
Now, I'll get on to my thoughts about Anthony Ainley when
he
get him
probably
online.
works better with Sylvester McCoy, but I don't watch
that's going to be my thought.
I don't watch a lot of Sylvester McCoy.
But he's only in one with him, so you'll be alright there with that one.
But I think the episodes I've seen him in, the Doctors were too real, serious, and he just felt like too much of a tone shift, especially, Tom, either of the Bakers were just too good to have him as their Master, in my opinion. So who was your number 6?
My number 6. Now this is going to probably offend a lot of people.
I feel like we probably just swapped position with these two, because I know exactly who your number 6 is going to be.
My number 6 is John Sim.
Yeah.
I don't like him. I'm going to say it. I don't like him as the Master. Now, he was in a show called Life on Mars.
I love Life on Mars.
I love Life on Mars, and I loved Ashes to Ashes.
I never finished that.
That was very good.
It was good, but it was...
But Life on Mars, I remember him, he was Sam something, wasn't he?
Yes.
In that. He was fantastic in that, and that came out about the same time he was playing the Master. He did the Master first, then he did Ashes to Ashes, I think.
Did he?
Or he did Ashes to Ashes first.
I don't know.
It was around about the same time, because there was like 2 or 3 series of it,
I'll tell you what, we'll look it up, and then the correct answer will appear here. He was first in...
Yeah.
And then he did...
But he was very good in that.
He was. He's brilliant.
And I think I went from him being in that to him being the Master, and it was a bit of a letdown. But I think the reason it was such a letdown was because he was the Master in what, 2007?
Yes.
2007. Now, by that point, I'd watched, I think it was The Claws of Axos with Roger Delgado's Master, and I'd watched quite a bit of him, Anthony Ainley, and a couple of the other ones. He didn't do it for me. I think Russell T Davies wrote him too crazy. Because David Tennant's Doctor was so, you could have a laugh with him, he was eccentric. I think Russell T Davies thought the Master had to be that. And he doesn't. The Master's always been crazy, but he's never been crazy for the sake of being crazy. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
He's always been crazy because his plans have been a bit cuckoo. But for me, John Sim's Master was just crazy anyway. And that's what I don't like about him. I think that's why he's so far down on my list. However, when he came back with Peter Capaldi, fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed him, and I didn't think I was going to. Even though I get the twist that he's that Mr. Razor, or whatever he is, from the word go, because I knew that the Master always used to dress up and disguise.
It was such a shame for me
that it had been spoiled.
That we were told that he was coming back.
Yes.
Because if we hadn't,
I wouldn't have
known it was him.
And I'd have been like, that bit where it's going, dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun, and he's like, oh, do you like disguises? I so used to like disguises. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, is that the Master? And then he pulls the hood off.
Unfortunately, I figured it out a lot earlier than that.
Yes, I
knew he was coming back.
Yes. And it sounded like John Sim a couple of times, a little bit.
My dad isn't, he doesn't,
Yeah.
he's not in the right circle to get all these spoilers and stuff, and he really enjoyed that twist. He didn't,
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it had been ruined for me because I knew he was coming back.
Yes, and he's sort of like, "Oh, hello, Missy. I'm the Master. Something's gone wrong with my timeline and something," and it's fantastic.
Yeah,
I really liked him in that story. The way he's putting on the eyeliner, that's funny. And it cuts to Michelle Gomez, and she's watching him, and then he's doing that with his eyeliner, making sure he's looking evil. That's hysterical. Had they done that,
I think that's what they were trying to do with the dress for the occasion thing, but it just didn't.
Yeah,
it just fell
and
flat.
he is quite evil in that one, and he's evil in the David Tennant one. But he's too crazy in the David Tennant one. I think had they written him as just evil, I think Stephen Moffat wrote him as if he was the Roger Delgado Master.
I will say this, and I'm sure people will probably attack. Keep everyone to
not as much as they'll probably attack me for.
Not everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but I think Stephen Moffat is better at writing the Master.
Yes, I do, and I think that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Russell T Davies couldn't write the Master. Stephen Moffat could.
Yeah.
Even with Missy. Missy's still the Master.
Yes, definitely.
He could write him. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say then before I dig myself into a hole. But no, I think you got it there perfectly.
So we're up to number 5 now, aren't we?
Yes.
So my number 5 is the Decayed.
Oh, that's mine as well.
There we are. Another one.
So that's another fact.
We've got another fact.
Number 5 is the Decayed Master.
The Decayed Master.
Yes. Now, which do you? Because you've only seen him in The Deadly Assassin.
I have only seen the Deadly Assassin one. I've not seen both.
Because he's in Keeper of Traken.
I've seen bits of Keeper of Traken.
Because they're played by two different people.
They are,
yes. They're played by Peter Pratt in Deadly Assassin, who I remember I used to watch Randall and Hopkirk with my dad. And he used to be... Randall and Hopkirk, one of them was a ghost and one of them wasn't. And he was the one that wasn't. And it's bizarre watching him in that and then watching him as the Decayed Master. I think he does quite a good job.
I think he's very good.
Yeah.
We're at a point where... I don't dislike the Decayed Master.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant. I really like the concept of the Decayed Master.
Yes.
I think it's done pretty well. It works in the stories, but I'm also glad. I think that it wouldn't have worked for any longer.
Yeah. Now, you haven't heard him in The Big Finish. In Big Finish, it's the one who plays him in Keeper of Traken, because he's the only classic actor to play the Master who's still alive. Fantastic. He is absolutely... Big Finish, you've recently put out a story.
Actually, because he's in one of the last adventures.
And he's in the light at the end, isn't he? You've heard that one.
The light at the end?
That's that 50th anniversary with all of them.
Yes,
and
yes.
He's the main
He's
villain.
good in that.
That's quite good. It's the bit when he puts the family in the dollhouse.
Yeah.
That's very good. But there's a story recently called I Am the Master. You know, it says, I am the Master and you will obey me. It's written by him. It's fantastic. I might send you the link, actually. It's $2.99 on a download. You've probably got to get the app, but the app's free. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It's such a good story. It's set in a sound recording booth. He references Jodie Whittaker as well. There's some really good references. But he's evil. His plan is so evil. It's just fantastic. I think that's why I like him.
I heard him in the audio. I think he worked well in audio because the trouble is that prosthetics weren't very good.
No.
They're good.
No.
When you see him in a still, they're fantastic. And there are a few...
But then when he's sort of moving a little bit...
When you see him in shadows in the Deadly Assassin, it's brilliant. But when he comes into the light, you lose something. Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen this bit. It's the bit in Keeper of Traken. And the Doctor's just defeated him, and he's set his TARDIS on fire. And he's like, ah! And he probably has like a proper mental breakdown. But I quite like that.
I don't think it works because of the prosthetic.
I think probably that lets it down. But I think the performance... I really like Jeffrey Beavers as the Master.
I think it's probably lower on my list. I think it fits here because it didn't. Is
he your number 6?
No, he was my number 5.
Who was your number 6?
It was my number 6. My number 6 was Anthony Amy.
Oh, of course he was. Yeah, no.
We did
got Alzheimer's coming on or something there, right?
We agreed he's our number 5.
Oh,
yeah. It didn't work the limitation of the time. So with that, we're moving on to my number 4, aren't we?
Yep.
Which is it's John Sims.
Okay. Yep.
I really like John Sims Master. I think if we ranked his stories that he's involved with from worst to best, for me they would be End of Time, Sound of Drums, and then the Doctor Falls. I think.
See, I would put the Doctor Falls at the top.
That is the top.
For me. Oh, right, I see.
From the bottom working up.
Yeah.
No way am I saying End of Time is better than Doctor Falls. For a Master story, I think he's... I like some of the stuff he does with the crazy... I really like him in Sound of Drums. I really do. I think... I think, for me, he works for the same reason Eccleston worked when he did.
Because they're so different.
This is the post-Time War Master. There's a line where I think it's when he's on the phone to David Tennant and he says that he ran. And that is, for me, that's a really good turning point in his character, is that the Time Lords resurrected him to be the Ultimate Warrior, and in the end the Doctor was. Instead, he was the Ultimate Warrior, and the Master just ran away because he couldn't take it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I like that actually.
That's the way I see and I understand him going complete the level of bonkers he is before. You know, afterwards. I think that's really good, and that's why he fits at my number 4.
Your number 4. My number 4 is the one who came before him, and that's Derek Jacobi.
Yeah.
In those little moments where he does play the Master, I prefer him to John Sim.
Well, you may have noticed that I've not mentioned him yet, so...
Oh, no, actually, yeah. I love it when he's Professor Yana, and I love the twist that the face of Bo had said, "Oh, you are not alone," because I hadn't put it 2 and 2 together, that "you are not alone" is Yana is an anagram for that.
No, I hadn't until it comes up on the screen.
And I quite like the fob watch, that the Master's in the fob watch, like the Doctor was in the fob watch.
Yes, it's set up nicely earlier.
But just that last little bit, and he's like, "Putting up with Lord Chan and your toe, it drove me insane," and he probably just electrocutes her. He's terrifying.
You're calling me Professor.
I am the Master. It's the way he says it is amazing. And I'm going to have to probably lend you the Master box set from Big Finish. He is fantastic as the Master. You want to like him, and he does have moments because this is set in the Time War, and the first box set leads up to Utopia. It's how he forgets he's the Master. You want to really like him because it's Derek Jacobi. He's such a likeable person, and you want to like him. And there are moments when he is quite nice as the Master. And then you forget that that's what the Master does, and he'll pretend to be nice until it suits him, and then he'll kill you.
Yeah.
And they do that very well, and I think that's why he's so good.
That's your number 4, wasn't it?
That's my number 4.
And my number 3 is Derek Jacobi. I do think it's weird because, like I said, I like Johnson's Master. When he comes back, he's really good. But I think one of the things where possibly if we'd had Derek Jacobi for a whole
I would have loved to have seen Derek Jacobi.
I would love to have seen it, but maybe I wouldn't have liked him as much afterwards. I think
good point.
Because we get so little of him, but he's so good in that so little.
Yeah,
it just leaves you wanting more.
I think it's probably because you get an actor. It's like Ian McKellen as the Great Intelligence. You get an actor of that calibre, and then they're not really in it.
Yeah.
That much. It leaves you wanting more, but you thoroughly enjoy what they've done. What they've done to them.
It's it's one of those things as well. We said we're only stick to the main masters, and he's only in it for that little bit, and he still counts as a main master on this list because he's that good.
Yeah. No, I think I'm going to have to lend you the because they've got a new one now. They've got the Master of Callus, which I haven't listened to yet. That's another set, but I'll probably lend you that one if you like the first one. But no, his Big Finish stuff has been really good as well.
No, I can imagine because he's one of those actors as well.
Yeah,
he's just got such a nice voice.
Yeah, and it's so bizarre. It's going watching him because I watched him in Vicious, the one where he's the gay couple with Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
And I see him in that, and then I see him as the Master. And it's like, oh, he's such a good actor in that he can be really nice in one thing, and he's really nice in the beginning of the Utopia.
Yeah.
And then he suddenly snaps. When he becomes the Master, he just changes completely.
Part of the reason it's so good is because you get him... Professor Yana is such a nice man.
Yes, yeah.
And
you get that he really wants to help.
Yeah.
But then that's what the Master does.
But it's also...
Is that he will help you until it suits him.
the way I saw it as well is that, you know, the Doctor always talks about how the Master used to be, and that's all he sees.
Yeah.
That's how I see the Master through the Doctor's eyes. I imagine that's what
Yes,
he
that's
thinks.
how
That's
I
what
imagine
that's
the
what the Master
Master.
used to be like
Yeah.
before he became
Yeah.
the Master, as we know,
Yeah.
and love to hate him
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So that's my number 3.
Right, your number 3. My number 3 is Anthony Ainley.
Mm.
Now, I think because this is, again, I've seen him before I saw John Sim and Derek Jacobi.
Mm.
So I think for me, he's not the best Master.
The thing for me is, I think he was the last Master I was introduced to.
Yeah. Whereas when did I first see him? He was one of the first ones, I think, for me. It was Roger Delgado, and then I saw Logopolis, Keeper of Traken, Castrovalva, and then Survival.
Yeah.
So I'd seen him more. I thoroughly enjoy him. He's a panto master.
He is a
But
panto master.
for me, that's part of the charm. And I don't know how else to describe it than that.
I think it's one of those very opinionated things.
Yeah.
If that's what you like in your Master,
Yeah.
then that's fine, but it's really not
Yeah,
what I like.
I
in
think,
my
like
Master.
you said, he's very good in the Trial of a Time Lord, because
Yeah.
he's just like, yeah, I've just sat here for the lols. I've just watched it to have a laugh.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't care less what any of you do to the Doctor or whatever. But then there's a good bit in the 5 Doctors, when they're like, oh yeah, no, we got you because you're the only person who could do it. And he's like, yeah, universe without the Doctor, that barely scares thinking about. Scarcely bears thinking about. Because it's true.
Yeah.
Even he knows that he wouldn't be able to stop the Daleks or things like that. The Doctor
Yes.
can, but the Master couldn't. So there's still that respect there.
I like the
between them.
double. It's one of the things I didn't like about one of the reasons John Sim got further down on my list. It's not a
Yeah.
performance thing for him; it's the way it was written.
Yes.
The thing I said about Rusty Davis not getting it as much is the thing that the only reason both of them are still alive
Is they respect one another.
is they're friends.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
They're not going to kill each other because
No,
they're friends.
yeah. But do you know what? Maybe that's what it is I don't like about John Sim.
They're
Is that they didn't get that.
They didn't get
Yeah.
that. That's why
Yeah.
the Master should not actually want to kill the Doctor.
No.
And the Doctor most certainly doesn't want to kill the Master.
No.
It's just,
No.
yeah.
But no, and Anthony Ainley, in Survival, he is terrifying. Not terrifying as in he's proper scary. He's very good with Sylvester McCoy. In that one, he's very good in that. Especially when they come off the planet and they're back on Earth.
I haven't seen that one.
And he's... oh, no, you haven't, have you?
No.
But people watching this, if they do watch it, will know what I'm talking about.
I've mostly skipped Sylvester McCoy.
Which is a
those of you out
shame, because I think he's one of the best classic ones.
I really don't.
But no, he's very good in that one. He's very good in Planet of Fire, which is... Have you heard the theory that they're actually brothers?
It was...
The Doctor and the Master are actually brothers.
It wasn't actually a theory, it was the original plan.
Yeah.
Unfortunately...
Now, I don't think they could do that now.
Died
I don't think they could do that now.
No.
I don't think they could do that now.
because before he died, they'd
Yes.
written a finale for the
It was going
Master.
to be called The Last Game or
Yes,
something,
it was.
wasn't it?
And it was going to reveal that they were
Yeah.
half brothers.
Yeah.
I think it was. Or they
Yeah.
were full brothers, or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was going to reveal that they were brothers.
Yeah.
And I don't think they could do that now. And I
No.
think they handled it beautifully in Sound of Drums when Martha's like, I thought you were going to say that you were
Yeah.
half brothers. Like, you were watching too much TV.
Yeah.
I think it would have worked back then. And
Yeah.
but I think that the characters both have developed too much now.
They've changed too much.
Yeah.
But Anthony Ainley in Planet of Fire. Now, I don't know if they knew about this when they wrote Planet of Fire. You haven't seen it, but it's not the greatest of stories, so I probably wouldn't be one I'd lend you anyway, so I'll spoil it. Is he dies. The Master actually dies, and it's never explained when he comes back in The Mark of the Rani with Colin Baker how he got out of it.
Well,
It's
it's
just like,
like-
oh, well, I'm the Master, I just got out of it.
When Missy returns, it's never explained.
Yeah, how he...
Oh, that's the one with
Thingy
Peter, the one talking about is Peter Davison one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, I have seen the clip when he...
Yeah. And the way they look at each
How
other...
would you do this to your own...
Yeah. And that's where they leave it. And he never says brother, but that was the implication.
Yes.
And it's the Peter Davison, the way he looks at him, And the way Anthony Ainley is pleading with him, it's like an older brother and a younger brother.
Yes.
And I think I like it for that reason. I think that's probably the reason why I don't think that story is as bad as people make it out to be. It's not fantastic. It is dire. But it's not as bad as people make it out to be, and I think it's for that reason. And I think that reason is probably why I like Anthony Ainley. Because in that one moment, I think he gets it. He pitches his performance just right in that one moment. But I don't know, I just like Anthony Ainley's. Anthony Ainley's Monster. Planet of Fire and Survival, I think, are the best ones.
Where did we get to?
I think you've just done number 3. I've done number 3, so I think you're on number 2
I'm on number 2 now. Number 2, and this might not go down quite as well as it should do, is Roger Delgado, the OG Master.
Well, I'll let you have that one because mine are round the other way.
Yeah, the OG Master, Roger Delgado. I think he is the original. I think he built quintessentially what we think of as the Master.
Yeah.
I think that classic Who never recovered properly from not having him as the Master.
Yes, I think he would have been very good.
I think they probably should have just left him.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I like the other ones and I like the stories they're in, but yeah, he was the best classic one easily, and I haven't got anything bad to say about him. He was brilliant. It's a shame we didn't get more with him, but unfortunately he died. But yeah, I haven't got a bad word. I haven't got a bad word to say about his Master.
No, because he is good, isn't he?
He's good.
He's very good.
He's brilliant. Just not my favourite.
Okay, so is that...
That's what
that's you, Dan.
I've got no criticism.
Now my number 2 is Michelle Gomez. And I love Michelle Gomez, but you might have guessed now who's my number 1.
Might have guessed who my number 1 is.
Oh yeah.
Spoilers.
But I just love her, Michelle Gomez, as Missy. And now everything she's in where she's a baddie, because she was in Gotham. She was a baddie in Gotham.
I haven't seen her in Gotham.
Yeah, she played the lady or
on
something. Mind you, I gave up after halfway through series 3. I just thought, can't be doing it.
Every now and then I'll watch some more of it.
Yeah, I'm a bit like that with that. And she was in the new Sabrina the Teenage Witch. She's the baddie in that.
Oh.
But every time she plays a baddie now, she plays it as Missy.
To be fair, have you seen her in anything beforehand?
No.
She was born to be Missy.
Yes, I get that from her as well. And some of like the her social media things and things like that. It's like, okay, no, you are born to be that character. But I love her, absolutely love her as Missy. She's fantastic with Peter Capaldi. Yes. Absolutely fantastic with Peter Capaldi. I love the bit where she takes down Clara a peg or two in the one with the Daleks, and she goes, "Oh, how's your boyfriend? Still tremendously dead, I expect." And it's sort of some of the sarky comments she'll come out with. Oh, Missy, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Missy, and things like that. No, I just really like her. And she's coming back in Big Finish as well.
Yeah.
She's got her own series, which I'm definitely going to buy. Just for Michelle Gomez, anyway, I'd have bought it.
Yeah.
And she's back in that same one with Eric Roberts in that box set, so hopefully she'll elevate his performance. But, no, and her and John Sim worked very well together. It's that bit when she knocks him out. And she says, "Oh, don't worry, Doctor, I was on your side the whole time, you silly little sausage." And she sort of, because she obviously wasn't.
No, of course she's not.
But she's trying to get back in his good books, and she's like, "No, I was just on your side the whole time, you little silly little sausage." And it's some of the things that she comes out with, and she's just so crazy. And I know I complained about John Sim being crazy, so I'm not going to be a hypochondriac, like, contradict myself, hypocrite.
Hypochondriac.
I can't speak English. But it works for her, because she's mental anyway in real life. I don't think she'd be offended if I said, you're crazy in real life. And I think that works.
I think John Sims' Master was better when he wasn't crazy.
Yes.
But should we go on to my number 1?
Yes.
Which is Michelle Gomez, obviously, Missy. She just, the mental is brilliant. Some people complain about the final series with the whole turning good thing.
I like that.
Don't mind it.
No.
I see quite a lot of it as actually her manipulating him. I'm not
Yes,
convinced.
because I think she would have done.
I'm not convinced that she is,
Yeah.
it very much, to me, it's almost like, if that is what they meant to do, it was very much foreshadowed a series earlier, when, because the thing, like I said, she's the Doctor's friend, but they have very contradicting ideals, and for me it's the bit where she's got the conversion dial, and she's talking to Clara, and Clara says, "Oh, you're good now," and she just shoots a guy.
No, I've not turned good.
That's not not something I do. But it's one thing like I'm not good, but
I can be good if I have to be.
But the Doctor is very important to me, and that's the way I see that, and that's for me why. Because again, John Sims Master didn't have the friendship for some reason still with Moffat, but that's why for me she's going to go back and help the Doctor. She doesn't care about the people.
No, she cares about the Doctor. Yeah, she couldn't care less that Bill was turned into a Cyberman. She couldn't care less what happened to Nardole or anything.
No,
but
doesn't care about any of them, but the Doctor she does. And
I think that's quite a good little story point, though, is that the Doctor will never know that
Missy
the Master and Missy or the Master, whatever, was actually going to go and help him.
Yeah.
Because that harkens back to Roger Delgado. It'll be his master plan goes wrong. He will then help the Doctor fix it, but he will then do something evil at the end, which means he gets away with it.
Yes.
And I think that's probably what Michelle Gomez would have done.
Yeah,
had
Michelle...
John Sims Master not killed her.
Missy is... She's my favourite. She's brilliant. To me, she's the only reason that Jodie Whittaker got cast in the end. I think so, I think Missy, if they cast someone else as Missy and it hadn't worked, we wouldn't have Jodie Whittaker now.
No.
It was testing the water in the best way. She's fantastic.
Yeah.
I hope she comes back to the show. And she just worked so well with Capaldi.
Yes.
Their dynamic was so good. I really like her in the Davros story.
Yes, she's very good in that one, actually.
I don't like Clara.
No.
And I like the fact that she's just tormented.
When I hated Clara.
Oh, yeah, so
was
much.
From this series.
Hold on, I've got to get up. You want to talk about your number one pick? I know that is. Sorry, Christmas stuff turning up.
So my number one is Roger Delgado, which you might have guessed, actually, from sort of the layout of our lists. I love Roger Delgado, really. I think he's easily the best Master there's ever been. I love the whole sort of thing where, as I said with Michelle Gomez, he'll have this whole evil plan, then goes wrong, so he has to help the Doctor. Fantastic chemistry with... Oh, you're back.
I'm back.
You're back. He's got fantastic chemistry with John Pertwee. Fantastic chemistry with John Pertwee.
I think it really helped that they were friends.
They were friends, weren't they?
Yeah.
Fantastic chemistry with Katie Manning, who was Jo Grant.
Yeah.
Fantastic chemistry with the Brigadier, and all sort of the other unit characters, the side characters like Benton and Yates, and sort of all the other ones that he ever met. It's his eyes. There's moments when he's hypnotising people, and even Katie Manning, who plays Jo Grant, has said in a couple of DVD extras, there were times when he was pretending to hypnotise you, she said, and you're like, you could feel yourself going under. She said there's times when his eyes are so, like, penetrating, that when he's like, I am the Master and you will obey me, and you, even as a viewer, there's been a couple of times when I've sort of watched it, and I've really had to sort of go like that, and blink and pull myself out of it. And I think that's why he works, is because he's just so good. The example of perfect casting. For me.
Note, so that's the end of our list. I'm going to throw in a little bonus question for you. So, Michelle Gomez isn't going to come back in this hypothetical. You've got to cast the next Master. Who would you pick?
The name that's being thrown around at the moment, is that Chris Marshall?
I didn't realise names had been being thrown around at the moment.
Yeah, well, he was, I think, when they'd announced that Michelle Gomez, that there was going to be some character... Oh, no, he was going to be the next Doctor.
Yeah, his name was thrown around a lot for that.
Now he's being thrown around for the Master. And I don't know, there's something about him. Now, he was in Death in Paradise.
Yes.
I've never seen Death in Paradise, but I think I've seen him in a couple of other things. I don't know, there's something about him that if they cast him, I'd be like, oh, okay. Alright. So he's probably who I would pick. I don't know why. It's just the top
enough.
name of the list. But I think, yeah, you know, alright. I'd be down to see him. I don't know if he can act. I don't know what he's... whether. But...
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, I've got two options.
Okay.
I'm going to cheat.
Yeah.
So the first one would be, if you wanted to bring back the whole hypnotism thing,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what his acting ability is like, but Darren Brown.
Ooh, yes.
Because it's very difficult.
Yeah.
It would be very difficult today to do convincing hypnotism.
Yeah.
But if you pick someone who can actually hypnotise
people. Yeah.
imagine how terrifying that would be. It
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
brings an extra level of, fan theory where people will be like, he has been the master the whole time.
Because there's that line, isn't there, in the 50th anniversary, where they're like, oh, who are we going to blame this on? Oh, Darren Brown.
Yeah.
Oh, does he not mind? Well, we send him flowers.
Yeah. So it's another one of his stunts.
Yeah.
And then just
No, alright, I'll go with that one,
break
actually.
the
Yeah.
fourth wall.
Yeah. Yeah,
Don't
I'd
just
be
have-
down for that.
Don't just cast Darren Brown. Break
Yeah.
the fourth wall. We
Yeah.
mentioned him by name in the show.
Yeah.
Make him the master.
Yeah.
I think that would be really good.
Yeah. And the fact that he's hidden himself from UNIT this whole time.
Yeah.
He's hidden himself from the Doctor this whole
Because
time.
he's embedded himself in unit.
Yeah.
He's made himself their scapegoat.
Yeah. Yeah, no, alright, I'd be down for that, actually. Yeah. Yeah.
Do it in a storyline where he almost... Bring him in, and you can do a storyline where he almost tears down unit
Yeah. Yeah.
from the inside.
Yeah.
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 There we are. And my other pick would be the idea that, how sometimes Time Lords regenerate specifically to be someone.
Yes.
They do it.
Yeah. Romana did it.
Romana did it. The Doctor's done it when he
Yeah.
became Capaldi.
Yeah.
So I'd say an idea of him regenerating into a previous Doctor. And I'd pick David Tennant for that because he plays villains very
He's
well.
terrifying in Jessica Jones.
He is. He's
Terrifying.
He's
in
a
Jessica
brilliant
Jones.
villain, and I think he'd do the
Yes.
Master well.
That's a very good idea.
And the idea for that one would be that he's chosen the Doctor to kind of undo his good work. Also, because then he could walk straight into unit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Another
wouldn't
one
get
with
stopped.
unit. He'd
Yeah.
go straight in,
Yeah.
and then he'd get to the last gate, and then when he pulls out
Yeah.
his Sonic, it's not a Sonic, it's a laser, and he shoots
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, do you know what? I'd like to see that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we are. Bring back David Tennant.
Purely because he's so terrifying as
As a villain.
the Purple Man in Jessica Jones. I
think
haven't
we'd
seen
have,
him in
we'd
anything
have to get
else.
him to grow out the classic Master
Yeah.
goatee.
Yeah.
Like John Sims did for
Yeah.
the Returning.
Well,
But
see,
yeah.
that's probably another reason why I like John Sim in that one, was because he had the goatee.
Yeah.
But no,
David
do you know,
Tennant with a
both of
goatee.
those options that you said, I'd be alright with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they bring back David Tennant, I'd like to have him come back as the Doctor again for a multi-Doctor story with his
Yeah.
Master.
Yeah.
And have him come, because
Yeah.
that would be really interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I wonder what they're going to do for the 60th then.
Mhm.
Because
There you are.
that's only in a couple of years' time, isn't
I'm
it?
pointing. I don't know what camera you're going to use.
That's
So
2023.
there you go. That's what you've got to do. And now,
Yeah.
there you go. That's what
Yeah.
you've got to do.
Yeah, that's 2023, people. That's not that far away.
Bring back David Tennant as the Master.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. No, I like that idea. Yeah. Yeah. So there you have it. That's our Masters list and possible future Masters.
If they
Chris or whoever decides to take over, hire us, please.
don't feel afraid to steal our ideas. Just
Yes.
give us credit.
And give us money for them.
Just
You know.
Bring us on board. Bring us on board.
Yeah, let us come on as consultants / writers.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so that's our Masters
That's our
list.
Masters list.
Yeah.
And a little bonus on there for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I picked Chris Marshall. I think it was just the list of.
I don't know.
But then looking at a picture of him, I'm like,
willing to see
actually, yeah,
I'd be open for that.
yeah. Because I think he's like David Tennant. Normally he plays sort of quite nice characters. It'd be quite interesting to see his evil side.
Yeah.
But anyway, we have finished this video now, so it's
We're just rambling.
let's
again.
not ramble now.
There you are.
No idea what we're going to do for the next one, particularly what we want to see from Big
no.
Finish or anything like
Yeah,
that.
we've got
probably.
a couple in the
Yeah.
grape
the-
vine, as it were.
Yep.
Are there?
Yes. So anyway, ciao.
Ciao.
Au revoir. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, goodbye.